Recently, I've spoken to a medical writer whose expertise in MedComm, medical communication. Excellent sector if you are trained in biology and you love PowerPoint and you enjoy reading and writing scientific papers. I wanted to show you a few ninja tips that professor wouldn't tell you because this is not what they do for a living. But if you want to be the top-notch PhD student who presents your PowerPoint slide like an industry company presentation, this is the video for you. Welcome back to PhD Coffee Time. This is the online community for you as PhD student to get motivation, peer support, and practical tips during your PhD. It's been really a long time since my last upload. I first walked you through 3 different videos, my recent thoughts about how to create a good PowerPoint introduction, how to technically fix some aesthetic point of your PowerPoint, and then how to behave in conferences. Today, I hope this is going to inspire you to create your PowerPoint with a little bit more intentionality, things a little more in control, so that the next time you can spend more time creatively on your science and you're going to carry yourself in a much more professional light. And on top of that, you will be a lot more employable in the industry. There's a ton of job out there for medical writer. This is an excellent time to join medical writing, and I hope this video gives you a little taste of what it's like to be a MedComm medical writer. So to make the point, I have found this PowerPoint available online by the Clinical Trial Transformation Initiative. Because I'm a medical writer, ICH guideline and all of these PowerPoints are really helpful to me. So I decided to use it as an example. And if you're interested in the content, feel free to look into the details of this PowerPoint. Sometimes you have the shape that you place in each of these slides and they are not aligned. I've already spoken about how to view your PowerPoint slides with the grid line. One thing many MedComm writers will swear by is this new power of view, guide, control drag trick. This is just the box underneath grid line. If you click on it, you're going to see the cross in the middle. Simply by dragging the line, you can freely put it on any location on the slide. So say for example, if I want this conversation bubble to be placed exactly at the same spot in each of these slides, I can now go ahead to fix that quickly using my new guide. You can hold down the control key and drag any grid line, the vertical one or the horizontal one, to duplicate. You can duplicate as many as you need for this PowerPoint. The second tip is just take a guess. Do you know which slides are having animation and which slides are not? Very often in our industry, we are given PowerPoint and we are adding some clinical trials data inside. It would be intimidating not knowing how to read the PowerPoint and knowing where are the animations coming. Chances are we need to improve certain slides and the order of information needs to be exactly the same. Although we change shape and square on the slide, the science shouldn't change. So one handy way to really know where are the animation is to first pay attention to this star symbol next to each slide. Click on the animation ribbon on the top. Click Animation Pane. You are able to see all the details of orders. Now you can select the list of items on the right and to order by yourself. It comes handy if the professor gives you a slide deck and you need to improve it and you don't like certain way it's done. This is the really professional look into how exactly the order of things will appear in your PowerPoint. So you will not be that speaker on the stage that have no idea why certain things shows up on your PowerPoint and you feel overwhelmed. I already shown you in the previous videos on PowerPoint tips. You can always select every object by your mouse. That way, when you add an animation, they will all appear together. One feature that is often ignored, at least for me, when I prepare PowerPoint is slides transitions. Can do a good job in making sure your slides shows up in a more aesthetic way. For example, if I have this slide that has 4 different shapes, and I just want to focus on one part of it, one helpful transition I could use is the morph feature. Transition smoothly with people assuming you have animation tricks. Have you ever thought of showing a graphic from a paper? Unfortunately, the text is a little small, and we all know we shouldn't use something that is unreadable for your audience. If it is in an editable font, you could have increased the font size. But if it is in an image, what could you do? What I could do here is to duplicate these 2 slides. One slide for the first half and the other slide for the second half. Now the magic comes is when I select morph as a transition, the 2 slides are going to seamlessly transition. It's like it's scrolling over by itself. So when you are giving a talk, people would assume you have an animator for you in the background. In fact, it's just a button to click. Finally, if you are a master of PowerPoint, you probably know the slide master, pun intended. For me, I was always hesitant to touch the slide master because I don't know what it does and somehow it messed up all my slides. But I just want to walk you through. If you go to the View and Slide Master button, funding agency, NIH funding, NSF funding, company presentation, sometimes they will give you a theme of PowerPoint, and it will be embarrassing that you don't know the theme and you don't know how to follow it. So here's an example: Clinical Trial Transformation Initiative, CTTI, as well as ICH, both have a slide master. By clicking slide master, on the left side there is the first set for CTTI, and the second set is for ICH. If you hover over each of these slide master, you actually know how many slides are currently using this template. Once you set up the slide master, of course, you can feel free to change the aesthetic of it, where your logo wants to be placed. Place the CTTI logo on the left instead of right by just one move, and in the end, every slide will be standardized. And it will save you a lot of time if you know what you're doing. If you are lecturing or organizing a conference, you wanted to print out slides for your audience, Handout Master comes handy. You are not limited to the default print out setting on PowerPoint. Print it out with a professional header, select page number options, or provide some space for note taking. And if you work with confidential documents, you could also put highly confidential, do not distribute on the bottom. I hope this video gives you a little taste of what it's like to be a MedComm medical writer. Thank you, Rina, very experienced MedComm writer. She is camera shy, but she told me all these tips on this video, so a shout out to her, and I hope you enjoyed today's tip. Last but not the least, it's not just about how the PowerPoint looks. You need to put in the hard work, the experiment planning, collect all the beautiful data points. Otherwise, it will be embarrassing to have a pretty PowerPoint but no science to talk about. If you want more science tips, organization tips in your PhD, go ahead to my other videos. I hope all these other tips that I have taken from my postdoc and my post-postdoc thought is going to inspire you and make you more efficient in working in science. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time. If you're learning something today, please make sure to hit the like button so that it really will help me reach more PhD students out there. Comment below, do you use already some of these tips? And share this with anyone that you're working with so that everyone can progress a little bit more as a scientist. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time.